It's been half a century since Soul Train rolled onto the scene and into the history books.
Here's your host, Don Cornelius.
Chicago DJ Don Cornelius created the show to highlight black artists largely ignored by the mainstream charts.
Gotta remember, there is no national black shows showcasing black music. You could have, the Supremes on Ed Sullivan, but that's a one-shot.
Journalist and filmmaker Nelson George is author of Soul Train, the hippest trip in America.
Don's idea was kids and big-name acts, just black music.
The show was an instant hit in Chicago and relocated to Los Angeles to be broadcast nationally.
Soul Train, show number 154.
But Cornelius was an unknown in Hollywood.
The biggest challenge he had was obviously booking talent. Who is this guy? He's another black DJ from the Midwest.
Unable to land big-name acts on the West Coast, Soul Train turned to local talent, a move that would give the show its signature.
When you think of Soul Train, we know it's black music, but the stars of the show are the dancers.
Originally known as the Soul Train Gang, the dancers changed the way America learned to move.
Before then, dance traveled almost word of mouth. What Soul Train did was take the kind of anecdotal way that black dance traveled and put it on a national thing. So things like popping, locking, all of these different dance styles, they go from Soul Train into every schoolyard in America in one day.
When the Jackson 5 appeared and did Dancing Machine, and Michael got up there and did the robot, the next day, every kid is out there like trying to do the robot. But when did the musicians all of a sudden realize you got to be on Soul Train?
Well, I think one of the big gets was James Brown. Because James Brown was the guy. And once Brown said it was okay, it helped open up the floodgates.
How about it, gang, from Miss Aretha Franklin?
Stevie Wonder, the moment's fully guaranteed.
Soul Train was the national vehicle for black music from 1971, untouched, into the 90s.
But more than just a music dance variety show, Soul Train depicted black life like never before.
I always say that black joy was the weapon the civil rights movement didn't know it had. You're not seeing them marching and protesting. You're seeing the fun part of black culture. So this was a window in the black culture that had never been ever on American TV.
And decades later, Soul Train is still celebrating the best in soul and R&B with the BET Soul Train Awards. We caught up with Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Leon Bridges during rehearsals for the award show at the world-famous Apollo Theater in Harlem.
Growing up, my family was super religious, but they made an exception for soul music. Like my father, he put me on to the OG Soul Train, and so Curtis Mayfield.
But reality, what does it mean? Ain't nothing said.
He created the blueprint of what R&B guitar is. Fast forward to when, I picked up a guitar from the first time. I tried to just kind of channel that energy.
This year's awards are celebrating Soul Train's 50th anniversary, and the Apollo is the perfect backdrop, says award show executive producer Connie Orlando.
All artists were like, we got to do that stage. We have to do the Apollo stage, we have to do the Soul Train stage, because when you went there, it was home.
Some of the greatest soul artists and R&B artists have graced that stage, and so I feel like there's a little bit of, lingering magic.
Everybody plays the fool.
And Soul Train's magic, born out of an idea that music and moves of black culture should be celebrated, enchanted everyone into understanding that this is America.
I would say that Don built a platform. People say Soul Train line, everyone gets happy. It's just America. It's just Americana. It's part of the culture.
I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and soul.